going on, everyone? Happy Friday. Hopefully my audio is coming in clear. I see a lot of familiar faces in the chat. Yes, I got the Juju hoodie on. Yes, indeed. This came in 2 or 3 days ago. Last night, hold on, let me just post this on Discord. Last night, I got the Juju bucket hat. It's a little bit Juju overboard if you wear both at the same time. But how's it going, everyone? Let me know if my audio is coming in clear too. I put the mic I put the mic a little bit further from my face here as recommendation from Marco, one of our awesome mods. How's it going, King, Jeff, Mike, Boyle, Mimi, Chadwick? Awesome. Hey, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. City, state, country. Matthew, appreciate that. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. City, state, country, whatever you guys feel comfortable sharing. It's a little bit Juju overboard. I will admit, I'll probably wear one of these two things on most videos. And if you want your own, you use coupon code JUJU at nicejuju.com and you can order yourself some merch. I don't actually, by the way, for everyone asking, I don't actually get to see who's ordered anything, only that people have ordered it. So if you order something, please tweet at me, take a photo of you rocking some Juju merch or whatever, so I can actually know who's rocking it. Okay, awesome. Lots to talk about today. Let me read some city, state, countries out here. Lathrop, Germany, how's it going? India, there we go. Amit, how's it going? UK, Yubu, first time joining the stream. Welcome, Ikapub. Denmark. Oh, Juju gang, Juju family from South Africa. Paco, how's it going? Montreal, there we go. Matthew, Sweden, Hawaii. Let me read some more. L Cool J. You think I look like? No, I don't. Welcome, Troy. Maryland, Cleveland, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania. Boyles from Sea of Stars. Silver Spring, Maryland. Love the hat. Thank you. Belgium, Los Angeles, NYC, Eugene, Oregon, Cincinnati. Folks, we are worldwide. Kyle says he's calling from my mom's house. All right, there we go. Montreal, from the doghouse. North Carolina, Cleveland. You got a rocket? Yourself. Yeah, I do. Now, I mean, the thing is, if I'm wearing the hoodie, then the cap is, fine. I'll wear it for a little bit longer. UK, Ella from England, Austin, BC, Pennsylvania, State College. There we go. Folks, awesome. Okay, so let's talk Tesla, shall we? It's been, okay, throw in the chat. If you had to describe the stock market this week in one word, what would you put in? Just think about this, throw it in the chat, one word only. I'm gonna say, for lack of a better term, turdy. How about turdy? I was gonna say crappy, but I think that's too overblown. Turdy is probably my word. If you don't know, the Nasdaq has been just absolutely demolished. New lows made for the year on the Nasdaq again. Now, as we sit here and we talk about Tesla, Tesla's still at 860. We're gonna look at some options order flow to see how it's going. But man, it's ugly. But today, at least Tesla is following a beta of 1 on the Nasdaq, not the usual beta of 2. Let's read some of these. Angus says, insane, nuts, confused, fake, okay. Crazy. Kyle says, fire sale, trap, interesting. Schizophrenic, William, that's a good one. Bear trap, Jeff says, business as usual. Fear, disgusting, craptastic, that's a good one. Deja vu, opportunity, bulimics, says Troy, brutal. Steven says, upload the video. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate that, my friend. Madness. Yes, Dasa says Tesla Impact Report is online. That's one of our segments for today's stream. So stick around. We're going to go through the Tesla Impact Report. Schizophrenic is a really good one. Tiresome, groovy, baby. Drunked. Manipulated. Yum. Commitment issues. There we go. Okay, so you guys are all in agreement. This market is just ugly, right? And I said this last Friday? I'll say it again here. Remember, the lows for the Nasdaq were originally made. Actually, I'll pull up the Nasdaq here. I think it's important to highlight. The past lows for the Nasdaq were made middle of March, right? March 14th to be exact. From March 14th to today, and granted, you probably don't want to hear this anyways, but I'm just gonna give us some bitter truth. Since March 14th, when lows were made from the Nasdaq to today, the Nasdaq is down an additional 4% past those lows. Tesla, from the same lows, not this one. Tesla from the same lows, and pardon me if you've heard me say this spiel one too many times, from the same March 14th low to today. Let me just draw it a little bit more accurately. March 14th today, we're still up 12%. So in a time period where the Nasdaq is down 4% from the lows, in the same time period, Tesla is still up 12%. Now that's not to say it's been fun. That's not to say I like. Oh man, my hair. That's not to say I like it. But that's to say that we got to bring out the juju. And yes, I got some juju finally. Um, I'll be the first one to admit I was a little bit lackadaisical on the juju in the last week. Perhaps that explains some of the stock market action. So pull out your citrus, pull out the good vibes, and let's start eating. Maybe says Power Hour was always happy. I hope so. I hope so. All right. It's kind of a plain citrus. It is what it is. I'm the Tangerine Man, Larry. How's it going? Um, Amazon is cheaper than Google. What is Amazon? Amazon's down an additional 2% today. Amazon's market cap is about 1.16 trillion. Google is sitting at 1.5. I like Google's prospects for growth, I think, a little bit better than Amazon's. Um, Google in general, man, it's hard to be bearish on Google. I mean, we're literally on Google's platform, YouTube, at the moment. And YouTube's not going anywhere. I mean, YouTube's just getting bigger, stronger, better. Advertising's not going anywhere. So, but Amazon might be down and out right now, might be a dog of a stock, but Amazon, the company, isn't going anywhere. I mean, yeah, I think it goes without saying. Juju peeled and standing by for digestion, says Michael. There you go, Michael. Okay, so maybe Tesla will start rallying on that news, Michael. Let's pull up Tesla. Let's pull up the 1 minute graph here. Let's go through some news. Let me just down my first Juju though. I'm eating the whole thing. I don't even care. Okay. Pardon all the chewing. Okay. Let's talk about the Tesla impact report. So today we got some news out of Tesla headquarters. The 2021 impact report is out. Now I have the whole PDF here. I don't think it makes sense for me to go through everything. Essentially, the future is electric. 70 tons of CO2 released into the atmosphere by ICE vehicles. 30 tons of carbon dioxide released on the current global grid matrix. And then Tesla saved, what is it? What did they cite? Let me just pull it up here. Our customers avoided 8.4 million metric tons of CO2 carbon emissions in 2021. In the past decade, our solar panels produced more than enough clean energy to power every Tesla factory and every vehicle running during that time. Pretty incredible. Transportation and energy sectors are some of the biggest emitters of greenhouse gases. That's why we offer a complete ecosystem. Scale is also critical. I found this one nice. Scale is also critical. By 2030, we're aiming to sell about 20 million cars, EVs, a year, compared to just shy of a million in 2021. Boyle, I saw you tweet me at this saying that's still only 20% of the market. I mean, 20% penetration of the market, whether it's EV or ICE or total, that's massive, right? 20%. It's hard to gain market share at a certain point past a certain level. iPhones, for example, iPhone's market share is like 55% or something like that, 50% market share. And those are phones, and they quite literally created the category smartphone essentially. So, 20% I would say is really shooting for the moon. So Tesla EVs have much lower average life cycle emissions versus gas vehicles. This will improve as the electrical grid gets cleaner. I mean, I hear this argument a lot about oh well, where are you powering your Tesla from? I mean, here in BC, and I guess I can only really speak from experience that I have. Here in BC, all of our power is hydroelectric, right? It's hydro dams that are generating power in our province. So we have some of the greenest energy that we can get in the world, right? And so when people say, "Oh, well, there's coal burning and that's powering everything," well, not really, not everywhere. And remember, power originally, it's hard to find places with a lot of green power. That's the whole goal. Is like slowly but surely we'll get to a point where that's going to be the case. Aaron says Washington State has lots of hydro as well. Exactly. There's hydro everywhere. Not well, there's a lot of hydro, but it's not everywhere yet. But eventually it will be if it can. Um, ooh, take care, Larry. Yeah, crap happens. I feel ya. Um, so I encourage everyone to go through this. This one was shared on Discord by NT saying this is generally speaking the efficiency of manufacturing, and they're saying it gets better with every giga. So the Model 3 in Fremont, currently there's a lot of moving around. The Model 3 in Shanghai, everything all together. 860, by the way, sitting on Tesla. Battery longevity is critical. Every battery you make is designed to outlast the vehicle it's put in. This is the SNX battery capacity retention per distance mile. One thing I did find interesting, I'm not sure why, but they only showed the SNX battery and not the 3 with the LFP. I'm not sure if that was intentional or just the way it's supposed to be. Yes, NT, you made it onto the stream. I've got my Discord pulled up here for all the GG Gang members. Um, Tesla says also at the end of their usable life, we recycle battery packs to build brand new batteries. JB Straubel, we know Redwood is also planning to do a lot of work here. We've created more than 100,000 direct new jobs in just one decade and plan to grow for years to come. You know what got me really pissed off? Who was that congresswoman who was like boycott Tesla? Who was that? It was like Pam. So like that shows you I don't even care about her too much. What was her name? Angus. Thank you for the 17. Is that Danish? Is that Danish Cronenberg? Oh man, I don't want to sound stupid again. Danish Crone. Yeah, I got it. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Appreciate it. Who's the congresswoman? Pam Keith. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron. Okay, let me pull that up. That was really annoying. Boycott Tesla. Like it seems like people like to make names for themselves by trashing other people. I've never resonated with that. Where is it? Did she delete it? She probably already did. Hold on. Boycott Tesla, Pam Keith. Let me pull this up on Twitter. If you guys haven't seen it, I think you guys should. Actually, maybe you might have replied to her. There we go. Okay. Dear Tesla bots, Pam Keith says. And by the way, if you don't know who Pam Keith is, as I didn't, CEO of Center of Employment Justice LLC, 2020 Democratic Congress nominee. Okay, nominee. Ex-Navy, litigator and expert on workplace law, BC law grad. Okay. Did not know who she was, to be quite honest. Dear Tesla bots, every time you jump on people who have real followers and influence, you prove our point that you're a fake ass army. For a racist, bigoted egomaniac who can't fight his own battles, he cannot buy our silence. I'm not sure where this anger comes from. And did you guys see that New York Times report out? Did you guys, yeah, they just hate Elon. That's definitely a part of it. Did you guys see that New York Times? Look, your daily mind up. Tesla is a shitty racist company that makes an overpriced, weird looking car hyped by some truly strange and pathetic people who never have nothing better to do than to freak out that other people don't share their histrionic mania over a vehicle. There's a lot of like implicit hate, it seems like, in here. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like to attack ad hominem the people that support a brand is a little bit weird. Yeah, there just seems to be some. And by the way, I think she's blocked a lot of people as well. Let me know in the chat if you've been, if you've been blocked and bother replying. Yeah, you know what? Dasa says 327 bots in here. You know what? I don't know. I don't like saying bad stuff about people because it doesn't push. It doesn't make anyone better. And so I never will get the hatred. Like you don't hear, I mean, maybe I guess you do, to be fair, on some degrees, people trash on Ford employees or Ford lovers. In my opinion, people can love whatever car they want. You want to love a Ford? All right. I mean, I can disagree with you on different cars or what your preferences are. But at the end of the day, it just seems like a lot of anger over something very, I mean, very weirdly to have an obsession over. I don't know. So Okay, 858 sitting on Tesla. Low of day today is 843. So at least we're higher than that. Let's pull up the options order flow though, and let's see what we got going on there. Options order flow this morning. I posted on Discord. I said, Tesla was down at that point, like two or 3%, and options order flow was showing positive. Tesla did rally, went green, as we know, for the day for a little bit, and then it's come back down. But option order flow is still looking like there's a bullish divergence here with a target of about, what is this, $870-ish on the options order flow. And then if we look at net premiums for the day, I love this chart from Traditex. You get to see green is calls, red is puts, buying and selling. And you can see it's been pretty subdued. That kind of sell off or that rally that we had was a lot of put selling going on in the morning. And then as we sit here with the biggest amounts of options orders, let's take a look here. Yeah, 52 orders for next week's expiration 950. Excuse me, 950. 71 orders for 900 strike, but that expired. That's expiring today, so perhaps that's gone in the wind. But next week we got 950 strike. We got 392 strike June 2022 call bot for $35 million worth of premium. So, and then of course, look at that put action here, man. 105 orders for 850 strike puts that are expiring this week. This must have come in a couple of days ago. And then 800 strikes for next week. So really nothing massive to look forward to in terms of options order flow. Perhaps the 950 strike, but I mean, I don't think 950 is getting too many people too excited in the chat. So 859 sitting on Tesla. Let me just pull up. Have I shown you guys dark pool orders in a while? I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've done that. Let's see here. Let's see the dark pool sentiment. Dark pool cumulative sentiment is still positive by about $1 billion, but no real divergence in the dark pools. Sentiments have just been kind of average. Nothing much there. And dark pools for the day are about $854 million on Tesla. So nothing massive. And to be honest, we don't even have that much of a dark pool support on the downside. Our kind of last support dark pool wise was that 870 range, and right now we're trading below it. My hope is, and probably not going to happen, but we're going to likely finish below the 200-day moving average today. Well, very probably, and that's at $910. At $910, remember the 200-day moving average. Just for context, let me just try to remove everything except the 200-day moving average for some visual here. The blue line is the 200-day moving average on Tesla. This is the daily chart. You'll see you have to go far back for quite some time to have Tesla trade actively under the 200-day moving average. I have some old labels here. This is when Shanghai was happening. Even during the COVID situation, of course, we bounced right off the 200-day moving average. Then the split happened 2 years ago. And then we gapped up, of course, originally to $900 a share in early 2021. Everyone remembers that. And even last year, we flirted in that 200-day moving average zone-ish in and around May and June with that weakness that we saw. But we never really got too far extended off of it. The 200-day moving average wasn't really passed by more than 5.5%. Let me just do some math here. Yeah, 5.5, call it 6%. 6% off of the 200-day moving average is kind of at most what we saw up until, of course, the Russia-Ukraine war of this year. And then we saw the 200-day moving average get breached on the downside by about 15%. That was when Tesla traded for that hot second at $700 a share. And then, of course, a little bit after, we saw Tesla retrade into the 750s. That's about 10% off. So as we sit here right now and we look at the 200-day moving average at 910, if I were to draw a line, a trend line down, let's say 10%. 10% would bring us right around 818. 15% would bring us back to 775. Those are the kind of max downsides retracements that we've seen on the 200-day moving average in some time. So support is looking thin to say the least. But if I maybe I'll throw up the 300-day moving average as well. And there we go. So the 300-day moving average for those who care is all the way at 825. And the 300-day moving average isn't used quite often, to be honest. It's usually used when you're bag holding because remember, why would you be at the 300-day moving average unless you've seen a far retracement? And so that's kind of where we're sitting at between the 200 and 300. It seems like barring any real macro help, and macro is not helping, we might see a slow consolidation in and around this $800 level for a little bit. But again, Mondays are usually good. Mondays are usually good for Tesla. So I guess we'll see. Steve says, is Twitter a guarantee at $54 a share? It's here sitting at 49. Yeah, Twitter is funny. I'm staying. Are you guys, during the chat, are you guys trading Twitter? Are you guys buying Twitter? I can't get myself to buy Twitter, even with Elon there. I don't know. First of all, it's not guaranteed. And I guess the market's pricing about $6 worth of $5, $4 worth of risk. I don't know. I just can't get myself to buy it on the fundamentals. And now I get it if Elon comes in, maybe he changes the fundamentals. That's really, I guess I'd rather be late to that party. But if it goes private, I guess it doesn't matter anyways because I'll probably get liquidated. So nope. Boyle said I bought 8 options. Okay. Okay. So you wrote some options. Sorry. Not guaranteed, but a high likelihood, 7% upside. Yeah, I think there's a high likelihood he closes at this point. But I don't think a lot of people want to hold Twitter, to be honest. No Twitter, only Tesla. Okay, so you guys are kind of in the same boat as me. And let me know in the chat if you guys, like, for what reason you guys don't want to be in Twitter. My personal reason is just fundamentals. Like, I don't, like, if I were to buy Twitter, it would be on the sole fact that Elon's joining Twitter and he'll make this company great financially. But I just don't know. I just, a dollar cost average into my Tesla instead. I don't know. Twitter is dead. Too much downside risk. I mean, that's definitely part of it. We can get a news story out tomorrow that Elon wants to pull out of Twitter or whatever it might be. Yeah, perhaps. Intelligence has disliked Twitter and everything that it breeds. I feel you, and I feel you on that. Social has no moat. I would say Twitter has a moat because it's one of the oldest social medias out there, and it's not like Facebook in the degree where like Facebook's really gotten a bad rap with younger folks. Like younger people don't really want to use Facebook anymore. Even Instagram, they're shying away from. And so like and Twitter's been around since like what, '08? I've had my account since '09 on Twitter. And it's stood the test of time. I don't know. Boyle says Twitter's in a recession hedge. In a down market, it's guaranteed $54 seems good, especially when selling at 49. Perhaps you're right. But the thing is, Elon could wake up tomorrow and change his mind. Like we just don't know. And for that, I guess you're paying that risk, right? Yeah, market says that 7% is not worth the risk for me. That's kind of where I'm at. And I guess if they go private, like, okay, then I'll get liquidated out, but I don't know. Nima says, how worried are you about the macro market for 2022 and 2023? Stock market wise or recession wise? I'm on the record already saying that I think a recession is going to happen. I said that on Farzad's channel a few months ago now. A technical recession probably is going to happen with GDP growth negative again this quarter. I mean, I'm nervous for one real thing, and that's if the Fed is making a policy mistake. If the Fed is making a policy mistake and I guess you could argue that yesterday's move was kind of the markets puking that back out on them. But if the Fed's making a policy mistake in raising 50 basis points and then raising another 25 basis points and 25, 25, 25 in an already slowing economy, which you can argue otherwise. I know people on Twitter are saying the economy is strong, can't find babysitters, they can't find people to hire employees for their business. If the economy is weak and the Fed gets, I'm not going to say tricked because, like really what's going to trick them. If the Fed feels like they have to fight inflation at the cost of the economy, that's when no one really knows how ugly the markets can get. But the question is that priced in or not, right? So we can have a thesis that, okay, the Fed's making a policy mistake. They're raising rates in a slowing economy. Technical recession is going to happen. But that also doesn't answer the question. I see a lot of pundits talking about, okay, if a recession happens, this is what's going to happen. But the question is really what's priced in and what's not. Wall Street pays handsomely consultants to fill them in on information on the ground, boots on the ground for everything, right? Whether it's, local job data or it's consultation on different bills in the White House getting passed or in Congress getting passed. Like Wall Street has their hands in everything. And so when we talk about what's being priced in, here the Nasdaq sitting at a new 52-week low. The question is really, is that priced in already, right? And that's the question I just don't know the answer to. So, read some comments here. Chadwick says, "Bro, every minute you don't wear the hat, people don't buy. Just trying to help sell merch." Chadwick, thank you, I appreciate that. I mean, I wonder if it pops up on this stream if someone buys. Should I fold this up or should I keep this down? I feel like I should fold this up. Let me know. Hadouken says, "How do I get the Juju icon next to my handle? I'm a Patreon member." Thank you for being a Patreon member. I see a lot of Patreon subscribers in here. Unfortunately, there's no way to connect Patreon to YouTube, and that's a YouTube member perk. On YouTube, though, what's different is you can join a $2 level if you really wanted it, but that doesn't get you on Discord. Unfortunately, there's no way that, I've tried figuring it out. I've spent probably an hour doing it, and the conclusion is that I can't even grant people it on my end, unfortunately. Sorry. Richard, how's it going? A recession is baked in the market. Depth and length could alter it. For sure. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy to me to think. Thank you, folks. Appreciate the hat love. You can get your own nicejuju.com for code Juju for 10% off. Link in the description. What's interesting to me is how much power, and we don't have to get too philosophical about this, but how much power China, Russia, foreign entities, if you think about it, have on the US economy. Like massively on inflation. Duke, and you did become a member after all. Appreciate that. Okay, you got the Elon. So I think after 30 days of you becoming a member, you get the Juju beside your name. The Elon is the first one. I appreciate everyone hitting like as well. Thank you, Dukin. Let's see here. Or Blake says Holmars implied FSD this weekend. Oh, you know what? I have a Holmars tweet that I wanted to show you folks about Ford and their. Did you guys see Ford's new ad or their commercial that they have? Let me pull this up. Shout out to you guys watching this stream. Let me pull up my likes. Hold on. I liked it specifically so I could show this. So,
I could see.
Okay, I'm going to play this in a second. So Ford, I'll preface this. Ford is taking shots at Tesla CEO Elon in a new series of ads that will run during the Kentucky Derby. Let's watch it. Okay.
Right now, it could seem like the only people who matter are the loudest. Those who want to tear things down and then fly away on their own personal spaceships when things get hard. But we've got 182,000 people, and they're building. Big things. New things. Things that will change the way we do things. Assembling more vehicles in the U.S. than any other automaker things. $50 billion committed to electric vehicle things. And you might not know their names, but these people get up every day working together to move us all forward.
That was really cringe. Digital, I really hope that wasn't copyrighted. I probably should have thought about that before. How much do you think they spent on the ad? Steve, that's a great question. Let me ask you folks. How much do you think? Throw in the chat. What do you think they spent on that ad? I'm going to guess they spent probably at least $1 million. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe indirect costs are different. Maybe $1 million? I don't know. $500,000? Yeah. Carrie says $50K. I don't think they're that lean. I really hope that wasn't copyrighted music. Thanks for the heads up there. Well, Mary Barra had that video as well. You know what? I'll play that as well. So yesterday, okay, I'll give my comment on this later, but I'll play what Mary says in case you haven't watched this already. Okay, hold on.
Well, I think first off, what we've seen and what that represents is that people do believe in EVs and there's a huge opportunity there. So at
Wow. Who would have thunk it?
General Motors, we're just focused on executing well. We've, really worked to listen and understand what the customer's looking for. And remember, we're not necessarily just selling at the premium end. We're going to have, electric vehicles affordable at $30,000. And then our joint venture or joint partnership with Honda, we're going to be doing something even more affordable than that with our
Here's the problem. If you can't make, and this is just logic deduction 101, at a corporate level, if you can't make EVs profitable at the $50,000 level, how will you make an EV profitable at the $30,000?
affordable electric vehicle. And so, I think it's a little bit longer game. We're taking all the steps to do it right to make sure we're positioned to have a full portfolio of vehicles and win. And we have said that, by mid-decade, we will be selling more EVs in this country than anyone else.
She's smiling. Look at the smile. Look at the smile. Come on, she knows. Look at that smirk. It just tells me everything.
Including Tesla.
Look how fast that answer has come out right here.
Including Tesla. Well, I think first off,
even this guy's like, are you kidding me?
Tesla.
Look at this guy's face.
Well, I think first off, including Tesla. Well, I think
he's like, he's at the end. He's like, okay, yeah, delusional. Boba, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Sup, bro? Good seeing you. Your thoughts on Amazon? I think I might have to go back a little bit. I'll repeat myself for a second. I mean, Amazon, I like the company. I don't think Amazon's going anywhere. I still have my Prime membership. They can raise rates on me. I'll probably still be a Prime member. But growth is slow for Amazon. Remember, AWS is a big portion of their company. I don't think it has to be one or another. But if you hate Bezos, it is, then maybe not. I like Amazon, though, as a company. And you know what? They're going to split soon, so maybe that'll help some of the stock action. Here's the problem, okay, with Mary Barra. And by the way, thanks for the super chat. Here's my hot take. I tweeted this last night. I said, hot take, I love it when Mary comes out and says they'll be selling more EVs than Tesla by 2025. Is it delusional? Yes. Are they in fantasy land? Yeah, of course. Do I think GM means it? Not a chance. Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I kind of forgot. I actually ran out of characters. But I commend the cockiness and aiming for the stars. Tesla bears will argue it's the same thing Elon has done with FSD going back several years. Point is, I'd much rather have EVs succeed globally than not. Just don't change your tune to BS electrified hybrids, Mary. So the problem I see is more and more legacy auto are focusing and calling electrified cars. Like they're not saying, oh, we're going to have EVs. They're saying we're going to have electrified cars. And it's like 90% gas, 10% battery, and then they call it electrified. That's just some BS to me. But with Mary coming out and saying this, the only good take I saw, I think this was from Meier on Twitter. And he tweeted something to the effect of, Mary could be right, because if Robotaxis happen, then Tesla may not make or may not sell millions of cars by mid-decade, because they'll just keep everything in-house and just do a Robotaxi service. I think that was a pretty interesting take. I never thought about that. So, let's see here. Marcus said, Mary said mid-decade, but she didn't say which decade or which century. Marcus, I like the way you think. That is very true. 862 sitting on Tesla here, trying to finish the day green. Got $10 to go to finish green. We'll do our Tesla closing price guessing game in about 10 minutes, so stay tuned for that. Volume weighted average price for the day, I saw someone ask, is 869. Pretty nice there. Tesla owner says Nasdaq's down about 1.7% today. Shouldn't Tesla be down more than 3%? Yes. I mean, with a beta of 2, you can make that argument. So Tesla is actually relatively stronger today. So, yes, thank you for the hat compliments. I appreciate it. I know I look a little bit stupid, but I mean, I kind of thought that was going to be the case anyways. Hey, shout out to someone who ordered. Someone ordered the hat just now. Appreciate that. I'll catch you. Hey, again, if you're ordering the merch, the sweater, the hat, what else do I have? I have a pillowcase that's coming in the mail. I'm not sure if you want to really get a pillow with, I mean, who knows, each their own, right? Please, if you can, throw a photo on Twitter or something and tag me in it, you wearing it, or, you buying it or whatever, because I can't get any names of people because it's privacy issues, right? So I don't see your name. I don't see who's bought it, but I would love to know. So just let me know. Link in the description. Yes, Sanju. Yes, I got a rocket. Chadwick says unless I wear it, no one's gonna buy it. So I mean that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Paco says any expiring options. Paco, my friend, thank you. I don't think so. I had some SoFi lottos that I bought last night, but we all know how Yashu and lottos go, right? You know what though? It's actually not terrible. The hey, we're rallying, folks. There we go. 865. Who's eating the citrus? Let me peel another one. Do I have another one? Oh, I think I just ate all of my oranges. Damn. You look like a character from Gilligan's Island. I haven't watched the movie, but I'll take it as a compliment. Chadwick says, looks like I should be getting 10% of the hat sales. I should have an affiliate code for you. Okay, so people are commenting 20-1 split. Okay, remember, I've spoken about the split, and what I'll say again, and I'll pull it up on Twitter, that JP Morgan 20-1 split, be cautious of that. Okay, be cautious of that. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Tesla 20. Let's pull it up here. 20-1. JP Morgan. Who tweeted that? Where can I find that? You guys know the JP Morgan Tesla leaked document or whatever? Let me pull this up. Oh, this one right here. So this one on Twitter. I look like a cricket umpire. Yeah, you know, I'll take that. I actually used to play cricket here in Vancouver for Cricket BC or whatever. Okay, so I'm guessing, let me know in the chat if you've seen this or not. This was something that was circulating online with a JP Morgan document saying we've received a stock split issuance for Tesla, and it goes on to say 20-1. Where is it? Hold on, maybe it's not this one. Does someone remember where the 20-1 rumors came from? Was it this one? Hold on. Here it is. Okay, so someone posted this. Well, if the letter is legit, then I guess regarding 21 split wasn't too far-fetched. So remember, at this point in time, we don't know what the split ratio is going to be. And it says here and by the way, this could be totally photoshopped and fake. There's no way for us to know. But it says preliminary information 20-1 stock split. Remember, the way that corporate governance sort of works is the reason why Tesla needs shareholder approval and board approval to do a stock split, and they can't just go outright and do one, is because I believe if you read the 10K for the Tesla report, if you read the 10K, you'll see that there's some sort of accounting rule, SEC rule, that Tesla can't surpass like 1.5 billion. I forget what it is. 1.5 billion outstanding shares. At the moment, I think they're about 1.1 billion. And so if they were to do a stock split, essentially that bylaw or that rule would prohibit them from doing let's say a 5-1, because then there'd be 5 billion outstanding shares. And so to change that rule, they need to have shareholder vote, right? And so this PDF that was put out here for 20-1, I just think let's not get ahead of ourselves and assume it's a 20-1 split, because what they could be doing is perhaps Tesla has guided these banks originally towards hey, we're going to allow for 20 billion outstanding shares. Not that we're going to use it, but we're going to allow for it. And then these banks have spit this document out saying, hey, we're thinking it's a 20-1. And to be honest, Tesla might not even know to this day as we sit here and record this what the split number is going to be. But then they can save the rest of the outstanding shares for future splits, right? So if today 1.5, let's say 1 billion shares outstanding is allowed. If they pass a bylaw or rule, I don't know what the terminology is for the SEC filings, for them to allow 20 billion, then they could do a 5-1 this year, and then they could do a 4-1 multiplicative, 4-1 in 2 years, and that would max them out at that 20 billion. So just because they allow for 20 billion per se, let's say this year, hypothetically in this scenario, does not mean that they're going to do a 20-1. Now they might just do it all together, and then for the next split, just think, hey, we're not going to do another split for like 5 years. But I'm thinking they're probably going to do again a 4-to-1 or a 5-to-1, and then in the following year do the opposite. If they did a 4-to-1 this year, do a 5-to-1, kind of like Apple. Apple's kind of done this before. Mimi, thanks for Mimi's already a Patreon member as well. Thank you for coming up. Retailer, now you got the Elon beside your name as well. Thanks, Mimi. Let's see here. Singh says it's not Photoshop. Many people have received this letter. Content might be BS. Yeah, fair enough. Das says 21 is just max. Yep, exactly. Richard says I've seen it, but it's interesting. It would be sent before shares were authorized. This could be just. Has anyone in the comments gotten it? Like maybe this is just a couple of people got this, or I'm not sure about the validity even. But again, I think it's important to highlight here. It says preliminary information of the terms of the offer. We don't know yet. And if we know anything, it's that, a lot of brokerage houses can get ahead of themselves. Often, like Interactive Brokers that day when they got ahead of themselves saying that Tesla's acquiring Twitter. So, um, Angus says, how do you vote as an investor? Well, I think you can get a proxy sheet sent to your house if you don't get one already. And then you can fill that in, mail it in. You can also go to the meeting. If you read, I think if you read the 10Q, there might be instructions on how to or who to email with what to get access for tickets for it. Well, says I've been saying that since Rob came out with this 20-to-1 idea. I don't think Tesla just mimics the other companies that did 21. Exactly. And you know what? For what it's worth, the big reason 862 sitting on Tesla, by the way, the big reason I don't think Tesla does a 20-to-1 split. First of all, Tesla's at $863. A 20-to-1 split would mean a Tesla would now be at $43 a share. If anything, and this might be a terrible reason for them not to do it, but I don't think Tesla likes to group themselves in with other automakers. Like Rivian at $29, Lucid at 18, Xpeng Motors, Neo 14, 22, 14 for Ford. I don't think Tesla wants to play ball in the same playground as all of these automakers. I think Tesla makes it a point to be a tech company and to be priced as kind of such. Like if Tesla starts playing that game of trying to compete with them together, I just don't know if they care enough to do that. I don't think it'll be a 2-to-1. I think it'll probably be a 4-to-1 or 5-to-1. I know. I think Rob Maurer. I don't want to put words in his mouth. I think Rob Maurer said he believes it's going to be a 20-to-1. Is his guess? Maybe that's changed. I don't know. And to be fair, I mean Tesla at $40 a share, like that would be, especially for people that want to sell covered calls and don't have the capital to do so, or whatever it might be. Options would be a lot cheaper per share or per contract. Okay, we're getting a little bit of bounce here. A little bit, yeah. Closing price guessing game. Yes, let's do it. Thank you, Telegit, for reminding me. And I see Das has already guessed. Okay, throw in the chat your Tesla closing price guess for today. Remember, Price is Right rules. One guess. Price is Right rules means you have to be at or under. If you're even a penny over, you cannot win. You cannot win the prize, which is virtual juju. Chris says not many power hours lately. If you mean like power in the stock, yeah, I know the market's just been crap. If you mean like live streams, well, like we go live, I go live every Friday. But yeah, you're right. I've been meaning to go live a lot more, but this week I've just been so busy. So busy this week. Chadwick Yashu, I don't think it's about that. Let me see. Oh, comment went away. They literally have to do it, so they're not doing it every year. You know what? There's reason to want to do it almost every other year. Apple has done it almost every other year. I think there's corporate governance history that they can follow with a stock like Apple. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, some guesses coming in here. Rich says, how about a 4-to-20 split? Well, so that's just a 1-to-5. That's what they did last time, if you think about it. 860. Alex says, are you holding leaps? Not a lot. On my account here, I have next January. Far out the money. And I rolled it down the day that, or I rolled it out the day that FOMC rally happened. And I feel like, obviously, I should have waited the next day, but at least I rolled it out. I need to come up with a better strategy for options. This market is brutal for options unless you're buying leaps. Again, if you're buying leaps like years and years away, I guess you can chill a little bit. But even next January has kind of got me sweating considering how this year's going. If I were to buy it in the money, let's say 700 strike, but 28 grand a pop per contract on those, and they're pretty illiquid. So, and that's January of next year. Really, I mean, I know a lot of people in the Juju Gang are buying like June 24s, January 24s, and I think that's sort of the move for now. But this market, I'm just, yeah, I've already I've not done well with leaps or options this year. What I tried doing, which I shouldn't have, is on dips. I tried shortening out timelines, and that was a losing strategy. So I'm gonna have to reconvene a little bit. But I just been so busy with work. I haven't had time to. Maybe next week. Hey, King says 7-1. You heard it here first. Okay, King. Well, if it happens 7-1, I'll remember. Let's see here. Lots of guesses in. Okay. Oh wait. Do I get a guess? Okay, I'm gonna guess 868 is my guess. 865 currently sitting on Tesla. Yeah, and IV. Yeah, you're right. IV is what is 52-week implied volatility rank on Tesla? It is currently it's 55. It's kind of middle of the ground. Oh, 868, folks. Who's eating the juju? All right, let's go. Do I have CNBC pulled up? Yes, I do, but I've kind of lost where I was on it. Yeah, I got it. They're talking about Amazon. Does anyone really care? Tech stocks get hammered, says CNBC. 870, folks. Who's eating the juju? Hey, my guess is looking pretty hot right now. We'll see. Tesla Economics, how's it going? With the juju flying in. Danny Liang, 5 Hong Kong HK. Hold on. You guys are. I love how we have a global audience, but you guys really make me look stupid when I don't know what the currency is called. Hong Kong dollar, right? Okay, yes. There it is. Hong Kong dollar. Thank you for the donation, Danny. Appreciate that. Let's see here. I mean, it's hard to find. Chadwick says he thinks it's the hat. 869 sitting on Tesla. Nice. It's hard to find, like Tesla Economics saying the fundamentals of a company, the way that they're growing, the total addressable market. I mean, it's hard to find. If someone has another one, throw it in the chat, but it's hard to find a stock like Tesla. And I mean, we kind of saw this a little bit with Steve Jobs as well. I mean, the whole world is talking about Elon. The whole world knows Elon on a first name basis. It's hard to find thought leaders, entrepreneurs, business people, companies run by such influential people. And remember, this is not 15 minutes of fame. Like Elon's, people that ever thought, okay, Elon's just having his 10 minutes of fame here. I mean, no, he's one of the most consequential business magnets to hit the earth and alive right now, almost 100%. I don't see anyone bigger than him. So, what do I think about Bill Gates short? Oh, there's Danny's super chat. What do I think about Bill Gates short? Okay, I have a nuanced opinion on this. Number one, he talks out both sides of his mouth when he says that he cares about climate change, yet he shorts Tesla. Number one. You can argue that it's not. Bill has said that him shorting Tesla has nothing to do about climate change. I disagree. Number two, my nuanced approach to this is that at the same time, though, Bill is a free person to do whatever the heck he wants. Like he wants to do whatever he wants to short $500 million worth of Tesla. Go for it. I mean, it's his money. Who is anyone to say what anyone can do with anyone's money, right? However, number three nuanced point to this, I have a hard time finding any real financial motivation for Bill Gates to do that. If Bill Gates has a 500, and again, this is not 100% verified, but the reports are that he's $500 million short Tesla. If he's $500 million short Tesla, I find I find no financial benefit for him realistically, considering he's one of the richest people in the world. If he's short $500 million Tesla and Tesla goes to zero, he makes $500 million. He covers his short as zero. If he's right, okay. $500 million to Bill Gates. I mean, that's not a lot to a guy like him, right? So he has really like no upside really for him. I mean, $500 million is $500 million. Don't get me wrong, but it's Bill Gates. Extra trends. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Thank you. Try again emoji. Okay. So I just don't know. I mean, if you're like what? Okay, Tesla cuts in half, 500 million turns into 750. Okay. Like I don't know. I fail to see it. Pietri says, "Have you tried FSD beta?" No, I have not. If anyone's listening, maybe this is weird. If anyone's listening in Vancouver has FSD beta, hit me up. I would love to make a video on it. Set something up. Yeah. If I'm not allowed to make a video on it, I just want to try it, to be honest. Thea says Bill Gates is giving away free money to bulls. I mean, yeah. And you know what? I got a tweet about this the other day. Someone's like, why does it matter if Bill Gates is short Tesla? It doesn't affect the stock price. We have to remember when shorts happen, they're literally attacking the stock. Name a private company you can short, right? It's not like if I go into XYZ convenience store, I can just short the convenience store if I think their candy bars suck. Like short selling only exists in public markets. So I'm not sure if I even buy the whole, we need it for a two-sided market, right? So remember, naked short selling is really the real issue. And I don't want to get into all the AMD, GME stuff. Tesla Economics says, if you see what's happening, big money is acquiring Apple and Amazon. Well, I mean, let's pull that up. Apple is currently sitting green on the day, albeit selling off at the moment. 42 basis points up. Amazon, I think, is still red, 1.28%. Google is down 80 basis points. Tesla, we were just there, is down 90 basis points. But the Nasdaq at a whole is down 1.3%. So, I mean, it's not as bad as the day yesterday, but yeah. Mimi says, I loved Pierre's question at earnings. What will you do with the $500 billion in cash? Yeah, I know. That kind of jumped 0 to 100 real quick. But yeah, side note, why can't people figure out Zoom? Like, like how many times do you have to figure out Zoom? Like, how many times do you have to practice before you realize, oh, my internet sucks. Oh, my mic sucks. It was just frustrating because I knew it was going to be a good question. AMD is green today. Yes, I believe so. Yeah, 1.5% up. The chips are up, but let's check NVIDIA. NVIDIA is still green. Did AMD report? Is that why they're green? What's the news behind AMD? I don't follow AMD too much. I already have a hard time just following Tesla. Where's Palantir? Oh, yeah, Palantir is sub 10, hey? As you can see, I had a little signal for me to buy. I bought some here, just labeled it. Around what, 12, 11, 12-ish? I want to keep buying. I don't know. But under 10. What about Nikola? I don't even know. But to be fair, I do have it on my EV watch list. It says Nikola is, look, folks, it's not a classic red day unless Nikola is green, okay? Nikola is down. Whoa, Nikola is down 12%. Did the government announce some sort of hill bill? Sorry, bad joke. 866 sitting on Tesla. DASA, that's a good one. Maybe we'll do that after. That's a good segment, actually. Oh, AMD reported an awesome quarter raise guidance. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, folks. There's nothing on the back of the hat. Nothing on the back. Does this hat make me look fat? Is that possible? That's brimmed up too much. I was gonna put the Juju over here, but then I consulted with some people in the Juju gang, and you guys wanted it up here. So remember, I'm very open to merch ideas. When will Tesla be 1300? That is kind of the $1 million question, isn't it? I don't know. I'm going to say by end of year, I think we hit 1300 again, but I mean, here's the thing. 4680s. If 4680s, I'm also I want that hat. I appreciate the support. If you want to get it, you can buy it on nicejuju.com and it actually supports the channel as well. Link in the description. You know what? Let me throw the link in the chat for people that don't like clicking around. Shameless plug. If you're gonna buy with code Juju for 10% off. Laurie with the 199 euro super chat. Thank you, Laurie. Appreciate that, my friend. Hope your shoulder's better. Do I have a 2022 EPS projection for Tesla? Says Bill. So before the Shanghai, before all the shutdowns, I was thinking 13 to 14 bucks, probably reasonable for EPS this year. And now I'm in a position where I don't even know what to forecast anymore, or how to discount, I should say, probably is a better word, to discount. If you guys have one in the chat, let me know. We got a minute here till close. You know, Shanghai, because Shanghai disproportionately helps EPS, right? Shanghai margins are better. You know, they're close to full ramp now again. So that's good. But bouncing Juju at the end of Tesla stock. When you come out with a Juju juicer, Robbie, I don't think I can white label that, unfortunately. I don't know. I guess the day that Teespring lets me do that. Teespring allows me to throw up a lot of stuff. 866 on Tesla. We're about to close here in the next 3 seconds. There we go. 865.65 closing on Tesla. Now, let's go to our Juju prize winner. Let's pull this up. Who is our prize winner for the day? 865. Let's just confirm. It is 865.65, correct, right? Okay. So some people that have guessed 865. NMB School guessed 865.59. Wow. Okay, you're 6 cents away there. That's our winner so far. Adrian guessed 865.10, so a little bit further away. And Pietri, you guessed 865.33. So our winner is NMB School. Shout out to you, NMB. You got some virtual Juju from me. I'll send it your way via brain signal. Remember, that's good vibes. And you know what? Actually, maybe, hopefully it doesn't mind. Andy on our Discord, awesome Juju Gang supporter, great person to have in the Discord, suggested that for bigger streams, I'm going to do merch giveaways. So let's say on Tesla quarterly earnings stream or some big event Tesla's throwing in, I'm streaming for multiple hours in a row. For Tesla closing price, I'll give away a merch. Can't do it every week, but I'll do it for the bigger ones. And then maybe I'll do a big Google Docs sheet or Google Forms so people can fill it out. And then someone can get like a free piece of merch off the site. I think that'd be cool. And again, if you buy anything, I see some people are buying merch in here. I can't see names, so I wish I could thank you. But tweet at me, show a photo once you get it. That'd be cool. Awesome. Well, 865.65. Before you all sign off, let's just throw some context into the close today. We've closed about 5%, 5.2% off of the 200-day moving average as we sit here at the moment. Pretty sure the Nasdaq closed at a brand new fresh low for the year, 52-week low. We haven't seen prices on the Nasdaq this low since last March, beginning of March, during that whole yield crisis that we saw. So the Nasdaq has pretty much given away all its gains in the last 13 months, 14 months. Ugly close. Despite that, Tesla, I guess you could argue, is still relatively well, speaking to where we could be in March. March of last year, we were at 539. So in that respect, healthy. And then on the weekly averages, in case you were wondering, and I'll pull up the weekly averages here, the 9-week, 21, 50, the 100. We essentially closed enough to still reclaim our 50-week moving, our 50-week moving average at 858.91. So finishing at 865, at least we closed and held our 50-week moving average here. Maybe we get a rebound week next week. Hopefully we do. So you missed the 200 days, says Alex. Yeah, I know, 5% away, which is like an hour of trading for Tesla sometimes. So Jeff says pull down to 800 next week. Let me actually, before you all sign off, let me check the options order flow and see what options is signaling us for next week. Remember, options order flow has been a really predictable way to check what the Monday move might be in the last couple of months. So let me just pull that up. Should have done this live, but I didn't. So a lot of put sweeps at 870. You know what? Some call sweeps at 940. Oh no, these are call sweeps being bought. These are spreads. Calls being sold. Calls being sold. Puts being bought. 780. Oh, even some. These are smaller scale puts here. Let me see what's bigger. 865 is where we closed at. Yeah, a lot of put action for the most part to close off the day, with 870 ish kind of strikes. So not great, not great. So I guess it feels like there's no kind of one clear move yet for us. So we'll see. Joe says, I remember you at 2,500 subs. I appreciate all the new subscribers. And Joe, I remember you as well. I'll see you on Discord. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for joining the Juju Gang family member. Keep it positive. Be well this weekend if you can. If you can, take some time off. Technology, put your phones away. Go meditate. Go for a walk in the park. Go hug your dog. Hug your family. Be well. Investing gains grain. Giving Kanye a run for his money with the threads. Thank you, Nicholas. Appreciate you. Everyone go check out his channel as well. Much love. I'll catch you in the next one. If you want to go by and support the channel with some merch, feel free to. Nicejuju.com gets you that. Much love, guys. Take care. Yes, Richard, we do have inflation data, CPI data coming out next week as well. And hopefully that comes off a little bit cooler. Much love, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend. Be healthy. Be